Hello and welcome back. Episode 7. Great weekend of football for most teams in the
I
big
feel like
four.
this is a recurring theme.
Yeah.
The last few weeks, just me sad at the beginning. I don't even have my banner on the
Yeah.
back.
You lost your banner, Jay?
I got it right here.
He's not.
I just gotta keep it close right now because I don't think I deserve to rock it.
You don't deserve or you're just fed up with the team.
Combination of everything: the team, myself.
I mean, you guys have lost 3 in the last 4?
Yep.
I mean, we'll go into everything. I
Yeah,
mean,
we'll get to that.
it was a great weekend of games. I watched like 5 or 6 of them. Like I was kind of going crazy. Um, I think we have to start off with probably the second biggest game of the weekend, which was City versus Chelsea. Only because Tottenham Arsenal such a big game.
Before we
But
get to that,
yeah,
you're going pretty hard last week, saying how big of a game this was for Pep
yeah,
and company.
Exactly. It wasn't like we had to win that game.
Right.
We couldn't tie that game.
And I don't know. I think you owe him an apology.
I mean, we definitely deserved to win. But
It was a big game. It was a big
was a
game.
big game. It was a big game, and I've been critical of him in big games.
You guys just lost the last 3 or 4 to Chelsea prior?
Just lost the last 3 to Chelsea.
Okay.
All in a row. So again, it was one of those where we needed to win, and I think we're at home, weren't we? Yeah, we're at home.
Yep.
Like we can't lose that game. Like it was just. I'm glad we won. I'm not gonna go crazy. Like obviously Pep deserves his credit, but we also have the team. We have the best starting 11. Yeah, I mean maybe Liverpool are close second, but our starting 11 is incredible, and we're not even like we have so much rotation as well. There's no way we should be fearing any team in the league.
So
Honestly, any team in the world.
for
So,
you, what was the most impressive, I guess, standout from that game? Offensively, defensively, like what?
well, the fact that we didn't give up a goal is pretty good.
Yeah.
However, if you look at Chelsea's lineup, they're playing Werner and Lukaku, and then they're playing 3 defensive midfielders, and then they're playing 5 defenders. So their only hope is Lukaku does something, right?
Yeah.
Or Marcos Alonso runs down the left wing, and so you know what I mean. Like that's the way they're going to score. So they didn't come to score. Honestly, I wouldn't say Tuchel came to get a point, but that's kind of what it looked like in a lot of ways.
So I kind of think that Tuchel, he didn't really show the full arsenal of what Chelsea has. You
Full
know,
Arsenal of Chelsea.
Yeah.
Are you rapping now?
wordsmith. That's what I do
I'm saying
on the side. But nah, I think he's very tactical. So he's coming in from a standpoint of I can't really show my whole hand to Pep right now.
Maybe, but it's like
It's mind games at this point. We were talking about it last weekend. Like even though you guys won this game and it was major for you guys to win this game, it was a statement.
big. Yeah,
Like mainly for City, Chelsea they don't really have anything to prove.
I agree.
You know,
I agree. If Chelsea won that game, I mean that's an added bonus. but
Exactly.
that would have been
Exactly.
more on us of like, oh my god, we lost this game. Are we really contenders? That would have been the narrative.
So I think it kind of takes the pressure off of Chelsea now. So next time you guys face each other, it's City beat them the prior meeting.
But we beat them at home. That's the difference.
Good point.
It's almost like
Shut up.
no, that's kind of the difference. Like I'm obviously extremely happy we won. Big game. But I think if this game was towards the end of the season where points were a little bit closer,
Yeah.
I'd be more enthusiastic. Still very happy, but it's not like I'm shocked or anything like that. It's a game, I'm not saying we're supposed to win, but we're supposed to perform. And I think we did that in a lot of ways. That's not a game that's going to be pretty. We're not going to be out. Our goal wasn't pretty, but we got it done. So
What was your starting midfield?
we played Kevin. We played Rodri, who came back from injury.
Okay.
And then we played Bernardo Silva, which I'm not I'm not a huge fan. We played Foden like in a more advanced position. We played him. I mean, I saw in the lineup they played him like as a false 9, but it was him, Jesus, and Grealish. So again, that's a great 6, right?
Yeah.
But we have we brought on Mahrez, we brought on Sterling, like
It's way
we've
too
got
many pieces,
so many
man.
players.
It's crazy. You said Torres, right?
No, Torres, he was on the bench.
See?
So there's so many. We've got so many. So like, when we're talking about, should we win this game? Like, we should win every game. If you look at it on paper, we should win every game.
Yeah.
Maybe a Liverpool away or United away, but
Yeah, it's
But again, like I like Pep's tactics. I like his team selection 95% of the time.
yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see towards the end of the season. That's all that really matters at this point, right? Like you'll see, like, if you think about the Bucks, Milwaukee Bucks, switching over to basketball real quick, they were failing in the playoffs year after year.
Right.
So did we really care what they did in the regular season?
No.
We didn't. After a while, it became, okay, yeah, whatever. We have to wait until the playoffs. We're kind of in that situation where Pep's like, okay, we have to wait until the later stages of the Champions League. We have to wait to the finals and the semifinals in domestic cups. We have to wait until maybe the 33rd game in the Premier League.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are in a very, like, weird position because it's like you're really trying to, like, your biggest opponent is yourself.
Mhm.
It's not Liverpool. It's not United. It's not Chelsea. It's Man City.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm trying to outdo everything that I did the previous season or seasons past. And like that's why, like, I'm not as hard on Pep as you are.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it makes sense. You're City faithful. I'm a United fan, so obviously I won't, understand it like you do.
Yeah.
But I'm like, he's just trying his best, and that's hard. It's a hard task to do. Trying to, level up.
Keeping players motivated for 4 or 5 years is very, very difficult.
Exactly.
Which is why he brings in the Grealish too. So like Sterling's probably not sitting there like, oh my God, he's not playing. He's probably thinking like, okay, this is a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I got to overcome this challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a different mentality that only a good manager can really instill in the team.
I've noticed that a lot with I know we're kind of getting away, but bring it back. But I noticed that a lot with football. Managers and I guess the board, they will bring in players for a position just to battle another player.
Exactly. It's not. I mean, you saw Tellez came in and then Shaw ups his game.
Yep.
It's very similar.
Like in basketball, that's seen as like a smack in the face.
Yep, exactly.
You can't bring in somebody trying to take my position.
You can't bring in two quality shooting guards. It doesn't make sense, right? You have your clear starter and your clear bench player.
Exactly.
So it's very interesting. That's kind of what keeps teams motivated.
100%.
Speaking of great managers, I mean, Ollie, great masterclass against Aston Villa. We did bet on that game, by the way. I had a great. I mean, we still have the Brighton game. We still have the versus Crystal Palace. However, great weekend for me in terms of financial gain, inside and outside.
All you think about is money, bro.
In a lot of ways, yeah. No. But talk to me about that game because I didn't watch it because I was actually watching City. But when you told me that Bruno. And we can actually roll back the clip. We were talking about who's going to take the penalties, and we were laughing. We were laughing, saying, "Oh, of course it's Ronaldo."
Yeah, I brought it up. I was like, "Let me just see."
I thought it was the dumbest thing.
I'm like,
no way.
I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, I think it's going to come down. Like, it's not. Like I told you, we saw it with Rashford and Martial with the whole PK situation, and Ali was our manager at the time.
Was that last season or 2 seasons?
Like 2 seasons ago.
Okay.
When you come in and you don't have for one, a clear, like, I guess, agenda, because that goes with everything that Ali does. I told you, I wake up with anxiety every weekend, knowing, like, what's going to be the starting lineup for United, how we're going to perform. Are we going to blow them out? Are we going to stay close?
It doesn't matter about the team that you're playing either.
It does not.
It doesn't matter.
So
maybe with the exception of Norwich, it's like every game.
But we talked about it. You bring in Cristiano Ronaldo, and we know what is he? He's a moments player. So when a moment is like at its peak, the most crucial part, he is Kobe Bryant. He's a killer.
He's a moments player. Let's put that on a t-shirt. No, moments. Absolutely. Well, just to deviate a little bit, we talk about who's better, Messi or Ronaldo. Maybe over the 90 minutes, you maybe take the impact of Messi.
100%.
However, like you said, moments player, no one better.
No one better.
Like, and by the way, Bruno's penalties have been great, but what was like that's inexcusable. Like, I don't care if you're the best penalty taker in the world or the worst. That's inexcusable. Skying it.
So yes, check it. How do you think it went? Because I'm guessing Ali, pointing Bruno as the PK taker, right?
Ali said it before the game that he's the PK taker.
Do you think that Bruno and Cristiano had a conversation?
I think right now Cristiano Ronaldo is playing politics. I think he's playing nice. I
He
think
is. He's playing
very,
really
very
nicely.
nice.
Not for long though.
Not for long. I agree.
Not for long.
I think I think his ego is going to make sure that the next penalty comes around, Bruno's going to take it again. I think his ego is going to say that.
But in that, it just creates another like situation. It's
Well-
like at this point, you've already dug yourself a hole.
Yeah, by not making the right decision already.
So this next decision that you make is going to be a problem itself. It's like Ali just keeps bringing in the drama.
Yeah,
What are we?
at
The Kardashians right now?
you know,
It's TMZ.
That's kind of what it seems like. Like I'm not. If I'm Ollie though, I have to think about it from this perspective. I didn't take the penalty. One of the best PK takers by record over the last 9 months in the league.
Yeah.
He missed a penalty. That's not that's without question not Ollie's fault. It's not like, listen, who should be taking the PKs? Ronaldo. But I'm not going to say that decision is that moment falls all on Ollie.
So yeah,
Ronaldo could have missed a penalty.
So yeah, let's switch it a little bit. Let's go to Bruno because with the PK, he didn't do his typical,
Yeah, I was going to say it didn't look the same.
It was not the same. I think he's in his head right now. You bring in Ronaldo, that's some eyes watching you where you're like,
that's two eyes that are watching. You're like, you better make it.
Yeah, So I can tell he's trying to do his best to please his big brother.
Okay.
But I think if you're Ali, you don't put Bruno in that situation. Cristiano's built for that moment. You give him the fucking, excuse my language. I know what your mom said. I'm sorry. You know what Cristiano's capable of in that moment.
Yeah.
We talked about it. If it's free kicks, I can see why you may go Bruno.
Because you can put both over the ball,
yes.
And maybe 75% of the time Ronaldo, 25% Bruno, something like that.
But when you are closest to the net and you have Cristiano Ronaldo,
there's no one better.
No one better.
Whether it's international play or at the club level in multiple leagues, penalties is one thing that he always, I don't know how many penalties he's missed in his career. It's probably not many.
It's not that many.
I know he's missed I know he missed like a crucial one back when he was younger.
Yeah, in Champions League.
Champions League, yeah. But obviously, it's a penalty, right? You're gonna score 9 out of 10 of them if you're a decent player.
Yeah.
Bruno just missed one, so I don't think it's too much to worry about. I think it's more so Ollie's made a lot of bad decisions in quick succession. So at that point, it's like this decision looks a lot more, I guess, disgraceful in a lot of ways than it really would be if it was an isolated situation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Bringing on Lingard for Ronaldo in the young boys game. That's a bad decision, right?
And these are all back to back.
These are happening in a 3-4 game span.
Exactly.
So,
and I was gonna wait, but since we're here, I'm diving into it. The lineups itself, being released. You got Paul on left wing again, which I don't know what you're trying to prove here.
I wonder if Paul Pogba actually likes that position.
No.
You don't think he likes it? Yeah.
He wants to be in the midfield. He wants to be right in the middle.
But it's not a left wing. It's like a left
mid.
Mid. Oh yeah, almost like a left mid. It's very, very strange.
But it's odd though.
It's odd because he's literally your best player on the ball.
Yes.
And he's not being he's not being on the ball.
You have Fred and McTominay in the middle seeing most of the traffic. It makes no sense.
I know. And defensively, they're not. McTominay's decent defensively. Fred's terrible defensively. So it's like, if you're going to put Pogba in there, and we all know Pogba's not great defensively, you don't lose anything by putting him in there over Fred, because it's like Fred doesn't do anything defensively either.
Right.
And Fred loses the ball 1 out of every 4 times he touches it.
Why don't you put McTominay? If you want to put Paul on the left wing, McTominay and Donnie.
Listen, that conversation's old at this point, right? He doesn't. We all know.
I'm bringing it up only because, like we just said, we got. It's been a pretty rough 3 weeks for United.
Yeah.
We just got knocked out the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Donnie played a great game again.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. That's the point, right? It just doesn't.
So what is Ali saying? What is he really saying to everybody? I don't care how good a player is.
Yeah.
If I don't like him, we're in high school again.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's the type of manager he is. Now, let's compare that to Mourinho, right? And I was thinking about this the other day. And actually watching the game today with Tottenham. they were talking about Son and Kane. They link up so well. I'm like, they linked up really well when Mourinho was there. Like, let's be like, so what I'm saying is Mourinho's the type of guy where he falls out of love with players like he did with maybe Shaw and other players, and he kind of isolates them, right? And the media's just on him. He didn't give Dele Alli a chance and all this other crap. What is this saying for Ollie? No, like, at least Mourinho had a game plan. At least he okay, he didn't do what you wanted to do, no problem, but he still got results.
Yep.
He still performed pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Ollie hasn't won a trophy. Ollie hasn't got really close to a trophy. Europa League being the closest. It's like
United needs to take note of what Chelsea did. They had Frank Lampard, who I thought did pretty well.
He did very great. Really good his first season.
Yep.
It was clear that this next season was a little bit tough for him.
Exactly. So what they do? Cut ties. And they upgraded.
Nothing personal.
And what happened? They won the Champions League. And they placed pretty high. FA Cup final, and then placed high in the Premier League as well.
Fourth,
After coming, I think they were 10th when Frank was
there.
there.
Exactly. So it's a perfect situation for the United board to be like, okay, we saw what happened with Chelsea. We saw what happened. Maybe they are taking that into account. Maybe they do give them till around January, maybe December, and then they make that decision.
But then you know what's going to be? Which I hate. So we're talking about it. I don't think that clubs should keep this philosophy of appointing players strictly because they play for the club. So I think when Ali leaves, you know who's going to be next up? Michael Carrick.
Or Darren Fletcher or someone like that.
And I don't want them, bro. Like, I want...
No, they won't do that. They're not that dumb.
You sure?
They're not that dumb.
You want to bet?
I don't want to bet. No. Listen, I wouldn't put it past them, but...
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm afraid for what's to come.
Well, I think Zidane is the name that everyone's talking about.
Yeah. I don't know if I want him though.
Listen,
I think he's a headache. His ego is a little bit too crazy, and we've seen that with.
I saw some stats, bro.
Van Gaal.
But I've seen some stats, bro, of his accomplishments.
Well, come on.
I know, but bro, at the same time,
like, he's one of my favorite players of all time. Managing wise, I love him as well.
But bro,
team,
where you talking about is replacing a manager who cannot win a trophy with a manager who's won unlimited trophies.
Facts.
That's the only difference.
I was only gonna say Madrid was stacked though. He came into a crazy team.
And look what Pep's been doing. So like that argument's kind of dead with Pep. You know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Listen, obviously I want you guys to keep Ollie for the next 10 years, but.
I mean, all right. So with that, you know that we lost. You guys won.
Yeah.
Liverpool drew with Brentford, which is crazy. I wasn't expecting that one.
We definitely talked about that last week. Said it might be a shock.
Man,
I didn't bet on it, but I was like close to betting on it.
And then Chelsea lost. So that's the big four right there.
Yeah.
When we're all 1, 2, 3, 4 in the standings.
Yeah.
Who was the biggest winner out of those 14 from this weekend?
Well,
when I say winner,
it could be player, it could be manager, it could be owner. Who
benefited the best and the most?
I don't think Man City learned. I don't think we learned a whole bunch.
Okay.
So like obviously points wise, obviously we won. I don't think we learned that much. I think Liverpool, that was sort of expected in my opinion for it to be a tough game. I think that's just who they are.
Them giving up 3 goals though?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Because like I've always said, their defense is 100% predicated on Van Dijk. If Van Dijk is not in that lineup, that team is not going to perform well defensively. Now, obviously, he was in the lineup, but still, you can only rely on one guy for so long. Robertson, not great. He's good defensively. He's not great. We all know Trent's terrible defensively.
Robertson had a bad game.
Yeah?
He had a bad game, yeah.
So,
Trent was kind of shaky as well.
I think Trent gave up one of the goals, or he was the fault for one of the goals. And then, you're always relying on your second center back to sort of be good enough, right, to the level of Van Dijk. Van Dijk actually gave up. He didn't give up the goal, but he didn't find his man and
Markham, right?
Exactly. So it's tough.
Where's Jordon Henderson in all of this? That's their captain, and as a captain, you're supposed to rally your troops.
I mean, but it's at the same time, it's one game. You know what I mean? Like I don't think this exactly. I don't think this game's gonna like hurt Liverpool. I don't think they've learned anything either. This is a type of game that Liverpool was going to draw, in my opinion.
And they got a point.
They're top
of the standings right now.
So, And until Brighton wins tomorrow, probably. And then Brighton will be top of the league. Isn't that crazy? So,
All right, so
back to your question. Again, points-wise, obviously City. I think in a lot of ways, Ronaldo won. And I'll tell you why. I think after the Young Boys game, Ronaldo won because he gets taken off. I'm telling you, Ronaldo's going to play every second of every meaningful game for the rest of his time at Man United because of that terrible decision to bring him off.
Yeah.
I think very similar. While I think that Ollie might go with Bruno for PKs in the future, I think in a lot of ways, Ronaldo might just go to Ollie and be like, all right, I'm taking him now, right?
So that's what I'm waiting on because I know it's going to come to a point where, like, I don't think...
Because, not to cut you off, again, these are free goals, essentially.
Yeah.
You don't think Ronaldo's looking at that? Because what did we talk about last week? What does Ronaldo care more about? Scoring goals or his team winning? Like, scoring goals is so valuable to this guy. He's probably sitting there crying. Bro, Bruno could have scored. He'd have still been mad. It's a free goal, bro.
Yeah.
So I think Ronaldo might be the biggest winner in all of this.
Okay. Biggest winner out of the 4 teams or players?
Maybe in some ways Ruben Diaz as well, because he's been a lot of criticism about, like, he didn't have a great end to the last season. He didn't have a great start to this season. Didn't have a great Euros.
Yeah.
So maybe it's one of those where, like, listen, he held Lukaku, one of the best strikers in the world, to nothing. So
I'm gonna go. This is gonna be, something a little different here, but I'm gonna go Jesus. And you want to know why?
Yeah, absolutely, big one.
He's playing on a team that, like we talked about it earlier, you guys were stacked, and when it comes down to the rankings,
The pecking order,
right? The pecking order. Jesus is not better than Grealish. He's not better than Foden. He's not better than Sterling. He's not better than KDB.
At the center forward position,
Right.
But what he's found, what we somehow found, is this right wing position is his.
He's balling, and like, I gotta give him credit.
I agree.
He could have easily, been like, I can't compete with all this talent, so I'm gonna just take a back seat.
Well, he kind of wanted to leave.
Yeah.
But we couldn't get that deal done, and I think Pep. Another credit to Pep, putting him at the right wing has been incredible.
Yeah.
He's one of those players now where I can look at him and be like, okay, I'm glad he's in the lineup.
And I'm happy for him too.
Yeah.
I thought the kid, like, obviously, I'm a rival, so I have a weird relationship with City. It sucks that I like their style of play.
Yeah.
So I always saw the kid, and I'm like, man, he has potential.
Of course.
Just, I don't know, like, something was missing. Now I feel like he's found it. He's a little more confident in himself, more comfortable.
Yep.
He's still young too. What, like 25?
I think he's 24, 25.
Okay. So, like, I love seeing that. Like, I love seeing players not get lost in the sauce.
It's his situation in a lot of ways is very similar to Martial.
It is. They were kind of like this for a long point.
And I think Martial might be able to get back to that. But the difference is,
I agree,
Jesus is a worker. So even if his touch isn't there or his final decision isn't there.
Let's talk about that. Is Martial not a worker?
Listen, I went on Twitter again. I didn't watch the game. Was it against West Ham in the Carabao Cup? I watched a little bit of the game. Dude, I went on Twitter. Martial trending. He doesn't work. He doesn't do anything.
With that though, like, all right, I watched some of the game as well. He isn't being like, what was the season? I want to say 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when he was moving off ball pretty well, looking like he wanted to be out there. He's not doing that now necessarily.
I've never really seen him work for the team off ball. I really haven't.
I've seen it. He's done it before, but it's very, very, like,
recently
rare.
I don't know, bro.
My boy's not done though. I got faith in him. I really do.
You mentioned before we started about the whole Barcelona thing. Let's bring that up real quick.
Oh yeah.
Talk to me about that. I heard a rumor just before we got on.
So obviously, with the whole bringing in Ronaldo and just the mass, talent we have at, the forward position right now, we're trying to get rid of Martial potentially. And Barcelona's a suitor, rumor mill, so you can take that for what it is. But United is setting the price at around 40 million for Martial.
United setting the price.
Yes.
Okay. And who's coming in for him? You said Barcelona?
Barcelona. That's the only club I've seen so far, really.
I mean, okay, so right now you're a director of football. You know, you're decision maker at Man U. Someone comes in for 40 million. A non-Premier League team comes in for 40 million. Done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Done. No trying to get to 50. You just take it.
As the director of United Football?
Yeah, you make the decisions. You know who you bringing in, who you bringing out. I mean, for me, if I get a £40 million offer from Martial, oh my
You
god,
taking it? How much is he worth for you? Be honest.
Okay, here's a better question. How much would I take?
Mm.
If it's last day in the transfer window, I've got 3 offers, and my best offer is 25 million. Do I take it?
The disrespect.
No. Listen, is he worth more right now? Yes.
Yes.
Is he going to be worth more in a year? I don't know. And that's the problem. Because what was he worth a year ago? Probably 50, 60. What was he worth before that?
You got him for
70,
50
80.
mil. So here's how I put it. We got him for like 50 million. Obviously, his value has not exceeded that.
Yeah.
It has decreased. I don't think he's worth 40 million at this point right now. So if we do get that offer from Barcelona,
you take it.
I'm taking that. I'm running with it.
I agree 100%. I've been telling you about this guy, bro. I've been telling you about it. I know you're such a big fan of him.
I love him.
Dude, especially when Rashford comes back, he's not playing, bro.
I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see that for real because
yeah,
Sancho. Let's talk about that. Since we're talking about,
all your players. Let's just talk about all your players.
We gave City some shine.
Yeah, we did.
Y'all won. Y'all look, bro. You got a W. I'm
There's
trying
not much
to.
say.
This is my W right here.
Yeah.
You know. What you want me to do? Nah.
Of course.
My boy Sancho, he's struggling. So is he guaranteed a spot? Because I know our whole thing is you spend money, so you don't put that money on the bench. So are we putting Sancho on the field only because we paid, all that bread for him?
Again, it's always going to be that rotation of Ronaldo's playing,
right? Facts.
Sancho, Greenwood, Rashford.
Yeah.
One of them's going to lose out in most games. I think they're going to play whoever's in form. I don't really think they care at this point.
Yeah.
Or let's just say this: when Rashford comes back, which is maybe in a month or two, I don't think there's going to be any room for we paid 80 million for him. We'll see if his form is there. If his form isn't there, he's not going to play as many games.
Yeah. I know. I agree with you. Honestly, I do. I think Ali, if he's still there by the time, he probably will be. We won't sack this man till
you're not sacking him this year.
If we even sack him, I don't even know what's going on. But I do think though that in terms of like just what we've seen so far and off of like recency, Greenwood should be starting over both of them.
100%. Greenwood, in my opinion, like if we're looking at who's going to fill those 3 spots, it goes Ronaldo 1, Greenwood 2.
He had a great game. You saw some of his chances, right?
Yeah. I saw. I mean,
it wasn't great, but
no. Listen, strikers aren't going to convert every single chance they get. Ronaldo
right, exactly. What I like is the attempts, the effort. That's something that I think stands out to me. So with Sancho,
that's something I wish that my club did more. Just make the keeper work.
Yes, right. Like I want to see a shot on goal.
Yep, of course.
Sancho hasn't really been doing that.
He hasn't been a goal threat, has he?
Has not.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's not his game. Like predominantly, he can score goals. He's a playmaker at heart.
A lot of goals in Germany.
Yeah, he's a playmaker at heart though. He's a playmaker, straight up. So I want to see him more involved on ball, creating for Cristiano and Bruno. Right now, I feel like it's mainly Bruno and Cristiano saying it's our team.
Yeah,
and which I get.
It's very top heavy right now.
It's top heavy.
Yeah,
and it's like Sancho is good, man. The boy he did well in Germany for BVB.
Again, I think it's manager, but
facts.
I think it's manager at the end of the day. Listen, this is gonna be a broken record every single week until this guy gets sacked. I think it's gonna be
Ali out.
Ali, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Y'all see this?
You should put a Sharpie on there. Ali, hashtag Ali out. Ruin it.
Nah, I still love my team, boy.
I don't want to keep talking about United for a lot of reasons. Mainly because I dislike them, and we'll get into a couple other games.
That sweater is mad ugly, bro. You thought I was about to give you a compliment? Nah.
First off, my girl got it for me. She's in the other room. She's gonna beat your ass. Second off,
I apologize.
Second off, it's honestly my favorite. It is one of my favorite actually. I'm
You a
actually
fool, bro.
No,
This man's
I'm
he's a straight troll,
I'm
bro.
BSing. I'm BSing.
This
It
man's
is
a
one of my
fool.
favorite. Anyway,
That's dope. It's dope.
appreciate it. I think we should talk about like the fixtures for these games coming up.
Yeah.
I saw a couple fixtures for United because obviously
It's about to get tough.
last 4 games, bad results. I'm gonna pull them up right here. Manchester United's next games. Got a nice little list here, and I'm just gonna run through them, and I kind of want your reaction. I want your straight up reaction. I want to hear win, loss, draw.
Okay.
Okay,
That's gonna be tough. I got you.
and I'm gonna name off a few.
All right.
United at home against Everton.
That's the most like the next Premier League game, right?
Yeah, I'm literally just gonna go every single game
Okay.
in the Premier League.
We should win that. Everton's not looking good right now, and we're in a very, very bad place. So if we don't win that,
It's tough.
oh,
Leicester away.
that's gonna be tough because Leicester's also in a bad spot.
Oh, God,
But I don't even like want to be in their crib trying to win a game.
That's gonna be a tough one.
That might be a draw.
United
2-2.
at home against Liverpool. You can't.
You want my honest answer?
Yeah.
Like what I'm feeling right
Yeah.
now?
I want honest answer.
I think
right
we're
now.
gonna get smacked. No, not smacked. It's gonna be like 2-1 Liverpool. Us controlling most of the game, but then Liverpool at the end do what they do, sneak in and grab a W.
Spurs away. These are all Premier League games in quick succession.
We're beating Spurs. They're on a
Away?
yeah. Yep.
City at home.
We always wake up for that. So
It doesn't really matter with the previous games.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
yeah, that can go one or two ways. I'm gonna go draw though. I'm gonna go draw.
That means you're going loss. You just don't want to say it. I got it.
No.
Okay. Couple more. 3 more. Watford away. Whoa.
No, if we lose to Watford,
Whoa.
if we lose to Watford,
Don't you dare think that that's going to be easy. Listen,
I need to go out there and play if we lose to Watford, bro. And you know me, I'm cold, but I ain't.
yeah, you're not cold.
Hey, chill, bro.
Chelsea away.
I feel like Tuchel's about to outclass Ali so bad in that
So
game,
bad, yeah.
bro. He's about to make him look like a toddler,
And these are all Premier League games, by the way. We're not even talking
Yeah.
about, Champions League. So.
which is actually coming to play throughout the week as
Mhm.
well. Yeah, I think we're losing that game.
And then finally, Arsenal away. Arsenal at home.
And that's scary, bro, because those Gunners looking pretty
Yeah.
good right now.
Which we can talk about. I mean, I watched.
That's
the
a
game.
great transition. So
Yeah.
yeah, I say, was it Arsenal away?
Arsenal at home. You
Arsenal.
guys are at home.
We're at home. I say we beat them.
Yeah.
3-2.
Good game. Yep.
It'll be a high game, high scoring game. But it's a great transition into
what they did. I was watching it, earlier today, and I mean, I have to say this first and foremost. Martin Odegaard, they paid $30 million for him.
Mhm.
It looked like he was an $80 million player right there, bro.
still.
Like it's crazy because if you look at Ramsdale and Odegaard, these are two signings that were very heavily criticized.
Yeah.
Ramsdale because it's like, oh my God, they paid so much for this guy who might just be the backup, right?
Right,
They didn't know he
exactly.
was going to be
He's
starting.
a goalkeeper. Come on.
Exactly. And with Odegaard, they're like, we had him last season, we got 8th. So it's like, where's the progression? We need a big name, Madison, all this stuff, right? Odegaard looked incredible. Every time he got the ball, he turned and looked exactly what a number 10 should be doing. He went and got the ball. He looked so confident, made a deadly pass every single time. Defensively, people compare him to Ozil in a lot of ways. Obviously, lefty, same
Mhm.
position. Ozil's never
Different a day in his
he's
life.
He's never ran as hard. Bro, I watched it, bro. Odegaard ran 20, 30 yards just to press Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer goes on his left, kicks the ball away. They get the ball back.
Yeah.
That's not going to show up in the stat sheet. That is just absolute hustle and
It's
everything.
looking good for them. Which is just, I feel like something we both kind of expected.
We expected them to get better. However, that was a laughing stock. I think here's the better question.
They do this every time though. They start off, it's a joke, it's on Arsenal, and then what do? They get like a couple wins in a row.
Well,
It's
I mean,
like,
yeah.
they got young talent.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good point. I mean, if you look at it, right, I think the question is, what was that game more impressive from Arsenal standpoint or more scary for Tottenham, because letting Arsenal score 3 goals in the first 30, 40 minutes that's unacceptable. And if I'm looking at Tottenham's back line, bro, they've given up 3 goals in the last 3 games.
Who they have?
Eric Dyer. How is he?
They gave up Toby.
They gave up Toby. Christian Romero. I don't know why he wasn't in there. Their new signing from Atalanta, I believe. And then Davinson Sanchez, who they were trying to get rid of. They wanted him to go to Sevilla for Koundé in return. Bro, their defense is horrific, bro. And that's 9 goals in 3 games.
Yeah, it's bad. I think it's more impressive from Arsenal's standpoint, though. Yeah. Strictly because they were the laughing stock.
They were the laughing stock.
It was bad. Yeah. And now it's like they look pretty impressive. So with this, do you still sack Arteta? Is he gone or is he staying?
This is another reason I wanted to look at next fixtures was for Arsenal as well.
Yeah.
Because that's 3 games, sure. Norwich, Burnley, games you probably should win. Only won 1-0. Not very convincing.
Yeah.
You won your 2 League Cup games pretty convincingly. And now, like, if you think about it, they lost to a Brentford team that's very difficult to prepare for. Chelsea, City. Very difficult first 3 games, to be fair.
Yeah.
Again, get 2 easy games, couple League Cup games. This was the big game. This was the big test. And he, with maybe the exception of starting Xhaka over Lokonga, which is I'd probably start Lokonga. I'm looking at that as almost a flawless performance from Arteta's side. So if you're an Arsenal fan, is he gone? Let's look at this, right? And let's look at these next 3 games. Brighton away, Crystal Palace at home, Aston Villa at home. That could be 9 more points right there. And then
Brighton
at that point,
away, Crystal Palace
at home, Aston Villa at home.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that could be 9 because Brighton is playing pretty well. We'll see what they do tomorrow.
Let's just say 7 points.
Yeah,
let's say he gets 7 points out of that next 3. You have to as a fan of if you're an Arsenal fan, you kind of have to back him at that point. No.
Nah, I disagree.
Really?
I think it's been that bad. Like he's in that. He's in a worse position than Ali. Yeah. Ali's won something at least.
But there's more expectation for United, so that's the problem.
Yeah, but Arteta he's done so badly. I don't think you can come back from that.
He still has 1 more trophy. He still has 2 more trophies than Ali, though.
Good point.
Yeah, FA Cup, Community Shield, if you want to count that.
Do you think the players honestly believe in him, or you think they're just?
I think I saw today that they believed in him 100%, and I haven't seen that. I've watched a lot of Arsenal games. Yeah. It looks dead when they're playing, but today it was different. It was the energy was. However, that's a derby game.
Yes, exactly right. London,
against Brighton, yep. Is it going to be different? I think that's the similarity between Ali and Arteta. Do you really know what you're going to get week in, week out, no matter the opponent? It's very difficult. But if they get 9 points, I don't want to hear an Arsenal fan say anything. I don't want to hear him say anything.
I'm gonna say this though: when Arsenal does, regain their prestige, it's gonna be a scary time for the Premier League, bro.
Yeah,
their fans are very faithful. I gotta give it to them. A lot of fans in the EPL are faithful, but Arsenal fans
they're kind of diehard. They're always showing up. Yeah.
And it's gonna be scary.
And there's so many young players, so it's like.
Let's see them in their primes. They have been just leveling up. Because I remember, last season, it was obviously we're talking about Saka and Pepe, right?
Yeah.
Now you got Smith Rowe and Odegaard.
You got, you hope that Aubameyang scored today. You hope that he gets back to form.
Back on, yeah.
Dude, Gabriel at the back's looking like one of the best center backs in the league. He played really well at the end of the season, too. So.
The future's looking bright.
Yeah.
Have we changed
they're right
narratives?
Back. The new right back. Tomiyasu, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
This guy's a beast. Ramsdale, number 1 keeper now.
All right, so let's go back to those fixtures. I'm going to just give my...
Brighton away.
That's going to be tough.
I guess if we see Brighton tomorrow, we'll kind of know.
We'll know, yep. But from right now, I'm going to say 2-1 Brighton.
Really?
Yeah, I think the shriek comes to an end.
Okay. Crystal Palace away. Sorry, Crystal Palace at home.
Oh, they're beating CP.
And then Villa at home.
That's
a tough one.
That's a tough one.
I think that's tougher than Brighton.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, I don't see it as like 9 points
Yeah.
right away. Like you got 2 games in there where it can go either way. Brighton could win, and then Villa could win. CP, they should beat CP though.
That's a clean game. They should win.
Yeah.
But again, it's Arteta. We don't know. So
So-
all right, Jay. So before we get out of here, it's fixture time.
Need some money.
I was
down
up. I was
bad.
plus 10 last week. This week, plus another 10, so it's 20 because of United's blunder and obviously City's world-class performance. I think Newcastle and Watford tied.
Yeah.
And then we've got the game tomorrow. I have Crystal Palace. You have Brighton.
At Brighton, I don't know what made you pick CP.
It's because they're at home. I think I don't believe in Brighton right now, but we'll see. But honestly, let's get into to next week's fixtures. Again, if there's something we want to bet on, put 5 on it, and we'll keep it moving. Game number 1: United hosting Everton.
We got to win this game.
We talked about that, right?
We just talked about it. So I got United winning.
Yeah, it's a must win. For Ollie more so than United, but Burnley Norwich, very ugly game. I did watch Burnley against Leicester. They were actually looking decent. So
Norwich though,
I can't see them win. I can't see them getting a point, bro.
we talked about it.
I don't know any. There's no team in the league where I'm like, okay, them and Norwich are on the same level.
Yeah.
Norwich is like miles below, and their talent's not even that bad. It's just they're miles.
How
below.
did they manage to stay up last season?
They didn't. They came up.
Oh, they came. Okay,
They came up. Yeah,
but they've been here though.
yeah,
They come and go.
Yeah, they come back. They down, came up again. Yeah, no.
Oh my god. Yeah,
I have Burnley winning.
Yeah, I got Burnley too.
Yeah,
I just don't trust Norwich.
I don't trust them. Chelsea hosting Southampton. Southampton had a decent game against Wolves today. They did lose.
Yeah,
but they did.
Chelsea has to win this game to
As a
that
bounce
top
back.
4 race. It's at this point now, you can lose a game, but you can't lose too many in a row.
Yeah,
So-
especially to a team like Southampton.
Right.
Obviously, United tied, City tied.
Maybe a draw.
Yeah.
Are
Imagine.
they gonna do it?
Imagine. Nah, that's Chelsea win.
Yeah, I got Chelsea
That's
as
a
well.
Chelsea win. Leeds Watford. Leeds again didn't win. Did they lose?
They lost.
Two.
1
Who
second.
they lose to, bro? Let me see.
They lost though. I know they did. They scored 1 goal. It was like 2-1. Pretty sure the score was. It's taking forever.
Yeah, I remember looking. I'm like, they were losing again, bro. Crazy.
1 second, I got you. They lost to West Ham.
West Ham.
2-1.
That's a tough game, but
It was a
still,
tough game.
bro. Like, I think they're like 19th, bro. I think Leeds are like 19th right now. Like no BS.
I'm about to check and see for you, bro.
I think they are, bro. Imagine Leeds goes down. They're in 18th. Only Burnley's behind, and Norwich are under them. That's not gonna last, is it? Real quick, that's not gonna last. They have way too many talented players, right?
They may be a one-hit wonder, bro.
Yeah.
They did really well last season, and we were expecting for them to come back and make some noise again. But
Well, do they beat Watford? They're at home. You can't bet on them, can you?
I think it's gonna be a high-scoring game with 3-3, 4-3.
7-7.
It's gonna be something crazy like that.
I
Because
can't-
Leeds they don't have a defense; they're all offense,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So and then Watford, obviously,
You never know what you're gonna get from
right?
Watford.
Exactly.
Not consistent. Yeah, I can't bet on Leeds until I see something, and that's like it's crazy. Maybe
This can be one of our bets. I'm gonna go with Leeds. You go Watford.
let's come back to it because that's crazy. That's crazy. I bet on Watford last week, but
You want to, right?
bet Leeds at home too. I'm not. I can't bet on. No, you're not forcing me. You're not forcing me into that one.
That's a decent bet, I think.
Next game, Wolves hosting Newcastle. Wolves
just
should
won.
win that. Wolves should win that.
Think they're gonna
Yeah, got their
get
first
their
win.
their footing now a little
Mhm.
bit. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go Wolves too.
Yeah.
Newcastle. Yeah.
We just talked about it. Brighton Arsenal. You think Brighton's gonna win that? I think Arsenal's winning that. I'm Arteta in right now. No, I'm joking. I don't really care.
I know I did pick Brighton. I'm thinking about it now.
Brighton at home. Come on. You said Brighton 2-1. I remember you said that.
Yeah. Arsenal they're hot. No, I'm going Brighton. Yeah, I'm a man of my word.
All right. Yeah, I'm going Arsenal. We'll bet 5 on that one.
Okay.
Can't take it back after tomorrow's result, no matter what happens as
Gotcha.
well. Sunday games now. Crystal Palace hosting Leicester. Leicester, very shaky start to the season in terms of results. I think they've played decent, but results, it's been up and down.
They should win. Respond back from losing this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh no, they didn't lose. They draw 2-2. My bad.
I mean, it felt like a loss because Burnley scored in the last second.
Right.
But it was offside, like far offside or something.
Yeah, they. I think they're going to bounce back.
It's at Crystal Palace though. Doesn't matter.
No.
Okay. Spurs Villa. Spurs are
Spurs on a downfall
lost
right now.
3 games in a row. 9 goals in 3 games they've conceded. They scored 1 goal in those 3 games as well.
And Villa's looking good.
Villa's looked good every game. Even in the 3-0 loss to Chelsea, they've looked good.
Like I want to go Villa. I really do.
But it's Spurs home. I'm going Villa. I think this is going to be a decline. I think it's going to go 4 games in a row. They're losing.
So who's that on? Is that on Nunu? I mean, for I guess
if let's be honest, if Marino is the manager, it'd be on him, right? So yeah,
it's just crazy how the tables turn.
Their talents, they have enough talent to beat Crystal Palace and enough talent to perform decent against Arsenal. They played decent against Chelsea for the first half. So yeah, it's a little bit on Nuno. Kane doesn't look great either, but we can't rely on Kane. You know, it's so funny, like, and that's why I hate when people just this narrative about Mourinho. It's like, you know, look what they're doing. Like, look at the change. Like, people think, oh my God, he wasn't playing Dele Alli. Bro, Dele Alli is washed, bro. I watch this guy play. He's washed. He's done.
You don't like him because you guys look alike. Show twin.
What the? No one's ever said that, bro.
For real.
I don't care about your picks anymore. I'm done. Dude,
podcast is over.
I'm getting a new co-host. I'm done with it. What? Are you serious? That is wild. I just got done saying this guy's a bum, and you say I look like him. That's crazy. I'm going Villa. Just for that, I'm going Villa. Pick Spurs. Pick Dele Alli. Pick my brother.
I'm going Spurs.
All right,
it's at Spurs at home, right?
Spurs at home, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Spurs.
So I've got 2 away games. I got Arsenal and I got Villa. Okay. West Ham Brentford. Very interesting game.
That's gonna be a good one. Brentford, they are not playing any games.
Yeah.
We keep bringing them up every episode, but
and West Ham's a solid team. You know,
it's gonna be
West Ham at home. I can't bet on another away team. I can't do that. That just doesn't make sense. No, that's got.
I think it's gonna be another draw for Brentford 2-2.
Okay. Yeah, Brentford. Honestly, Brentford are like 5 wins away from like staying up. So like they don't have to worry about much.
Isn't that crazy, bro?
Yeah.
Like their season's about to be over basically in
terms of like their accomplishments, right? So it'd be interesting to see. Big game. Liverpool hosting Manchester City. Obviously,
I forget how tough. Like I guess, what's your next game after this? Do you know?
Our next game?
Yeah, for City.
Just in general?
Yeah. Well, Premier League at least.
Let me see.
Because you guys just faced Chelsea this weekend.
Yep.
You got Liverpool. Who's after that?
Oh, yep. Oh my God. Oh, it's a break next week. The following week.
Okay.
Is international break, I think. Because October 3rd, Liverpool. October 16th, Burnley. So we have a lot of time just to get to Burnley.
Yeah. So I think
it's a Burnley at home. Yeah, we should be chilling.
You said it's at City?
The Liverpool game?
Yeah.
At Liverpool.
Oh.
But we literally after this game. Wait, let me see. Oh no. We're playing PSG in midweek. We're playing PSG on Tuesday.
And then the game is on.
And then 5 days later, we're playing Liverpool.
All right, so that's when it's gonna be kind of tricky. I don't think Pep's going in trying to win this game against Liverpool. Then I think.
What? You think we're going for like a draw?
Yeah, at least a point. I think, like I told you, Champions League is what Pep. That's what's on his mind right now. So if you guys have a game against PSG Tuesday, you're seeing
Now-
Messi and company.
Oh
I think his mind and game plan is going to be dictated towards that.
dude. Oh my God, we played Chelsea, PSG, Liverpool. That's
got
crazy.
a tough stretch, man.
That's crazy.
It's going to say a lot about you guys right here. We're going to see if you guys are mentally tough enough.
Real quick, we're playing PSG away. Do we win? I think we.
I don't know, man. That's going to be a tough one.
I heard PSG's not playing so well.
They're not, but
I think it all goes out the window.
It goes out the window.
Yeah.
That's a moment game,
That's a moment game.
And you got Mbappe, who performs pretty well in the moment. He'll score. And then, obviously you got arguably the greatest player of all time, if you think that. I don't personally.
I think it's going to be a very high scoring game. I think it's going to be very tight first half. Second half is going to be open.
Do you guys start Grealish as a wing, or is he going to be in midfield?
Well, first off,
the same goes for Foden as well.
First off, good question. First off, Grealish has to get a rest. He started every game.
So you don't think he's going to play, or he's not going to start that game at least?
Which games? He's going to rest one of these games, I think.
So Liverpool then, I think.
I think he.
Oh, he may play.
No. He's going to rest. He's going to rest against Liverpool.
Okay.
Because he's going to start Sterling against Liverpool, because Sterling destroys Alexander-Arnold every time they play. Every time they play. And
that's why Wan-Bissaka is better than Trent
defensively,
because he claps Sterling every game. He claps him.
That's true, but I think I could defend Sterling personally. Man, I do have this agenda, don't I? It's crazy.
Hey, I told you. I don't know what it is. Ain't y'all both Jamaican too? That's crazy, bro. That's your roots.
I'm just a hater.
You so petty.
I know. Yeah, we're gonna play Grealish against PSG. I mean, obviously, I think we're gonna win every game, but reality, I'll be happy with it.
Wait, win every game? What?
I just think we're gonna win every game. Like anytime, like you think, like, okay, is City? Yeah, I think we're gonna win. Look how good our team is, but at the same time,
that's not being realistic.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm thinking about it, because every game isolated, I'm like, okay, we can win. We can win.
I get what you're saying.
We can beat
from
PSG.
Like looking at the team sheet, you guys should win every game.
Exactly.
There's no reason why you should lose.
We've already lost to Tottenham, so I mean, I know we're gonna lose games. I think this PSG game, I think we'd be happy with a point. They'd be at 2 points, we'd be at 4. I'd be happy with that, and that's PSG away as well. I'd be happy with a point. I think Liverpool, we can go and win that game. I think Klopp is going to set up to make that a difficult game and make it a draw, but I think we can go and win that game. However, those 2 back-to-back games, again, Chelsea being before that, that's very difficult.
Yeah, it is. That's tough. That's, how do you mentally wake up again for another opponent like that? I mean,
that
takes a different type of beast, So it's going to say a lot about you guys.
So do we, regardless of our PSG performance, do we beat Liverpool?
No, I don't think you guys are going to win. I see a point. I don't think Liverpool is going to beat you either. Yeah, I say draw. I see a point.
I'm down to bet on City,
which helps both teams, because I think right now it's Liverpool has a point over you guys.
We would take that as well. We would take a draw against
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
You see what I'm saying?
Away, yeah. Absolutely.
Like, it's too early in the season to really show your hand.
Exactly. Like if I'm thinking about it objectively, that's probably the most difficult game for us. Liverpool away in the league. I think the second most difficult is probably going to be United away.
Yeah.
So I'd be happy with the point, honestly.
Okay.
But I would if you're betting on Liverpool, I'm betting on City, 100%.
I'm not touching that game. Those filthy teams. What's wrong with you, bro?
All right, bro. Okay, that's it for match week. Was it 7? Match week 7.
7. Moving through.
So, give me a quick reminder here. I bet Arsenal over Brighton, and I bet Villa over Spurs. I think I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with 2. I went crazy last week.
Yeah.
And I'm in some debt.
Yeah, you better take an extra shift. I'm telling you.
Man.
All right, dude, I forgot about Champions League this week. I mean, it's gonna be great, and you guys, I don't even know who you guys are playing.
Villarreal.
Oh.
So it's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a tough one.
You guys have some scars from Europa League.
I wonder what's the lineup gonna be. Curious.
I think it's.
Wait, do you start Cavani up front with Ronaldo?
Oh, in Champions League?
Yeah.
I think you play Cavani in Champions League.
I think people want to see it.
Yeah. Does he start? He's gonna listen. Ronaldo's starting. I don't care where he's starting.
I'm saying 2 strikers up front. I know it's very rare in this day and age, but
at the same time, it's Ollie. He's gonna play Fred McTominay. So like that's the problem. This is why I compare him to Southgate so much, is because when you're playing 2 holding midfielders,
yeah.
That means you're taking one of those attacking players away. So what's he gonna do? Is he gonna bench Pogba? Is he
I've
gonna
seen
bench?
the man do some crazy things, some crazy things.
Dude, he's not gonna start Greenwood 100%.
No,
Greenwood's gonna rest.
Yeah, he's gonna rest.
Sancho's
gonna start. He's starting.
You think so?
Yeah, he's starting.
He didn't because he didn't play last week.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's it. Episode 7 in the books. Another great week of games. I'll be looking forward to the Champions League games for sure. I know you're gonna be tuning in as well. And yeah, big games on the weekend. I can't wait for Liverpool City. I don't know if we're going to watch along for that. That's a Sunday. Sunday 10:30.
Hey, let's get it.
Sunday 10:30 watch along.
Let's get it. Yes.
Might be the first watch along.
Yes.
I'm kind of down for that. All right.
I'm with it.
We'll see you guys next week. Peace.